Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. OMG, did you perceive how Draya Michelle faltered when she was asked whether she needed a future with the individual she was dating? This interview was posted 5 months prior. Andrea and Jaylen Green were first supposed to date last year in August when they were spotted out at a day party and afterward again close to a Sugarfish Sushi Spot in La. So does this imply that she doesn't see a future with Jaylen and just got along with him to get the sack by catching him with a child? Well, essentially, a great many people have been guessing that in a couple of years he'll make 300 million okay, so he will be one of the maximum folks okay. Likewise, when she said that she just needed another youngster, does that mean that Dree has been plotting her next check for a really long time because she's had a couple of men before Jaylen, so why decide to ultimately triumph with her last child with him? And who in the world continues to release every one of these giant artings that are not making what is happening any better? Okay, I am certain that you saw Draya's fantastic declaration about anticipating her daughter on Global Ladies' Day. Definitely. I realize it's wild that she was in any event, reporting it on Worldwide Ladies' Day. Yet this is the very thing she said, blissful Global Ladies' Day. As ladies, we explore through such a lot, frequently driving us to address what is my motivation for me. The enchanted lies of parenthood and the all-encompassing ability to rouse, to bring life into this world over the course of 20 years, it's my superpower. Draya then, at that point, uncovered that she is having a child, a young lady, adding that on the off chance that anything can outperform the marvel of being a lady is the honor of bringing one more lady into reality. We are thrilled to share our affection for you, young lady. I'm eager to express my feelings to the girl I never suspected I'd have. Furthermore, Draya likewise uncovered that she is 7 months pregnant, and her child will show up in May 2024. And to many individuals, it's given secure clinched for the following 18 years, which compels it to return to the only way of life overall. Well, now Drew is simply playing in everybody's faces by posting this multitude of recordings about how she is expecting a kid. She likewise reposted an extremely secretive post that resembled settling for being misjudged. Just a small portion of individuals will actually want to really get a handle on your embodiment. You are not on any other individual's course of events of perception. Likewise, it's not your concern how others decide to see you. Most people see you, obviously, let that be sufficient. As a child, she likely realized that individuals would pull her apart via virtual entertainment. So Draya hindered her remarks anyway. That hasn't prevented individuals from hauling her through the mud for getting thumped up by a man in a real sense. Draya's child, Nico Howard, was considered at some point in 2002, at the point when Draya was 17, and he is the most experienced of the 2 children she has brought forth since he was brought into the world in 2002, which will put him between the ages of 21 and 22. Jaylen was likewise brought into the world in 2002. Their birthday celebrations are only months apart. Now let me know how Nico should address Jaylen as his mother's sweetheart. Not to mention that how might the kid they are having even come to comprehend that her sibling and her dad are, in a real sense, a similar age as someone seems okay. Definitely Draya is basically acting unbothered. Yet I can wager that every one of the remarks about her relationship with Jaylen is getting to her. Particularly one's ends guaranteeing that she certainly caught Jaylen with that pregnancy. We're not discussing his decisions as a 21-year-old whose mind isn't completely evolved. We're discussing Draya in her 40s having a child by the young fellow whose cerebrum wasn't created. Do you have a novel interpretation of this, or do you simply need to wander? If that is the case, then I'll carry on like a lady and begin talking. I mean, she was at that point standing out as truly newsworthy for dating Jaylen, and getting pregnant by him is simply one more story and child. Trust online examiners to accompany a rundown of the multitude of justifications for why Draya ought not be having a child with a child. Evidently, she can scarcely appropriately deal with the one she as of now has, and having one with someone who just got lawful is simply crazy. Well, with regards to that, fans initially brought up that Draya was recently captured for kid risk. This happened when Draya's child, Nico, was a little more youthful. Andre was out there doing what she was known for doing, which is purportedly neither a groupie or pursuing competitor. I mean, we as a whole realize I have a TI. Now a neighborhood paper spilled the tea on the thing that was going on, uncovering that Nico returned home from school consistently to an unfilled spot while his mother Draya was hustling. He spilled to the police about his daily practice, which fundamentally involved holding up by the gated parking structure and watching people go back and forth to get somebody who might give him access to the structure. Draya obviously kept the house open and loaded up on microwave meals for him. I don't know what had occurred, however. When the police pulled up, they took Nico and accused Draya of seriously endangering Nico's government assistance. In the report, it said that when they got to the house, it seemed to be tumultuous in there. Draya's underthings spread around the parlor, and a little guy secured canine business all over the place. Still, nurturing individuals likewise brought up how Draya once made an entire arrangement via web-based entertainment by declining to sign her child's schoolwork due to something exceptionally insignificant. Here's the lowdown. Draya guaranteed Nico required her mark for a school task, saying it included practice on a discourse since her child had been doing that equivalent discourse like 2 times per day for an entire month. She directly said she was tired of it and wouldn't approve the schoolwork. Additionally, I can't confirm this, but I have perused a few strings saying that Draya scarcely deals with her more youthful child, so the issue is that she has never brought up children and she's been basically careless towards her youngsters. And this has just made individuals reason that having another youngster is definitely not a no-joking matter for her, since she most likely won't raise this one too. Draya herself likewise referenced in a meeting that she is contemporary, and that seeing someone essential for her, so as per certain individuals, this child is fundamentally a cash snatch. Other than the nurturing individuals, quick forthright about how Draya has offered a few pretty disagreeable remarks about extremely delicate things. Kid, we are discussing the very individual who back in 2020 dropped a few genuine uncaring remarks overall Megan, the steed and conservative. Path circumstance, she directly up proposed that getting powed by your boo was some heartfelt thing. Furthermore, that is only wild to say. I anticipate I'll take it. I foresee that. They had some kind of Bobby and Whitney love that drove them down this Snapped-esque kind of street, and I'm hanging around for it. I like that. I believe you should like me. Such a lot of you mess up excessively like however as long. What I even Megan was stumbling over those remarks, and she went all out on Draya for her position. Draya needed to drop a Twitter conciliatory sentiment, but even that couldn't safeguard her from the backfire Draya was getting after that. And the greatest hit came when she got booted from her gig as a Fenty representative. And that is not even the most sketchy point she has made or done that has made individuals simply give her that grandiloquent side-eye. We truly can't go over all that Draya has said and done that is making individuals say that she ought to avoid Jaylen. But what I can guarantee you is that she has said that much more established white men in Hollywood are somewhat hot. Okay, honey. There's additionally the way that she's having a child with somebody who has additionally shown a touch of youthfulness as far as concerns him. Like back in mid-2023, there was this viral video getting out and about that caught Jaylen getting genuinely freaky with his ex-partner, Josh Christopher, and it was insane. The clasp was short, however intense, with Josh down leg, shower and Jaylen directly in the blend going all out briefly, pushing on Christopher genuine hard, and afterward, there was another comparative video which likewise made a just by and by, I don't for a moment even see that a very remarkable issue with Jaylen depicting a touch of youthfulness cause he isn't as yet full grown. He's simply doing what somebody around his age would do, and presumably lamentless. Yet, what he ought not be doing is getting a lady pushing 40 pregnant likewise. Have you all seen what the roads have been talking about Jaylen being on the DL, and that Draya is only a facial hair growth the roads? Subscribe Apple World for more videos.